We've got a very, very special guest on the hotline, the Video Scope.
Yes,
a very lucky treat for the listeners and viewers.
We got our friend AlexyssKTylor, man.
Everybody knows her.
Everybody knows her. Alexyss, how you doing?
I'm good.
Good, man. I want to start off with saying thank you so much for giving us the chance to interview you. You're really kind, very kind. You know, I was telling the guys how I messaged you, been following you and watching your streams, and I just messaged AlexyssKTylor, and I was like, hey, I would love to have you on the show, and can you let them know what you said? She said,
sure, I'd be honored to do it.
Yeah, she was very kind, man.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. And so we're gonna start it up. We're gonna start this interview right away.
We should start it from the beginning. This is Atlanta you're in?
Yes.
And this is public access that this started, where I think that's before the viral was even a term, that these clips were circulating. TV. So how did that public access show come about? Because that was you and your mom on there, right?
Yeah, that was my bio mom. I started around Atlanta trying to get into the churches to speak about the importance of spiritual sexuality, and they wouldn't let me into the church to talk about sex and spirituality, even though it was a lot of fucking going on in the church, and a lot of fucked up shit going on, and a lot of people hurt and abused. And my mother was a preacher, and so I grew up being one of those victims of abuse, and it was all justified in the name of religion, especially when it came to females. Anything that was born female deserved to be abused because you're a descendant of Eve, and your period's a curse, and everything's inferior when it comes to the female in the church. So I wanted to help to break that curse and break that cycle, because all that's lies. And they were very mean to me. I saw a lot of hypocrisy in the church, not just with the women were the main ones that didn't want me there, and some of the men did want me there.
Get support from them. You would think.
Well, unfortunately, the women went along with this, and then I saw the politics. There are a lot of politics in the church. And then some of the men that were willing to let me in, they wanted some type of sexual payment. And so when I wouldn't go along with that, I didn't get anywhere. So unfortunately, I realized that there is sexual politics in church the same way they talk about sexual politics at work, sexual politics in the industry.
Hollywood industry
it's
and
really
all that.
no.
Before the Me Too, you were experiencing all that before that Me Too movement.
Yeah, unfortunately down here, and you're taught down here, you don't really talk. You know, a real Southern lady doesn't talk about what she went through. You don't tell the secrets. And so by the time I got to public, and then I tried to go to radio. I went to public radio. I went to some of the radio stations that were supposedly community radio stations that were about the community. They did the same. They fucked me around there. And I would see the politics of how the other women would get where they wanted to go, and I wasn't getting anywhere. And I'm wondering, I'm a hard worker. I really wanted to be an investigative journalist. I was really about working hard. Anything that was dealing with corruption or things that needed to be exposed, that's injustice. That was always what I was about, but I wasn't getting those jobs. I wasn't getting in there. And so I went through the training at one of the very popular historic community station here. I'm not going to say their name. And I was in there one night, and tell you how these bitches did me. They were, they knew how to operate the equipment. They were working on commercials for other established radio shows that were there. So I was doing the intern program. They were lined up. They knew how to start the commercial. If they made a mistake, they knew how to erase the mistake. They knew I had just come into the program, so no one taught me how to do the equipment. And our teacher, who was a man, threw me in there to the wolves, didn't show me how to do the equipment, and said, oh, the other girls will help you. Well, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
They stood there and said, well, fuck this bitch, because she competing for where we want to go. So we ain't finna help the bitch get no motherfucking well. So when one of the girls, she was doing her commercial, she's like, oh, no, I have to repeat this because it has to be perfected. And she does it about 7 or 8 times. Then the other girl's her buddy, so they all do their shit 7, 8, 5, and 6 goddamn times. And when it comes to me, girl, hurry up and do that shit and do it one time. And because I tried to do it, I said, I messed up. Girl, you'll be all right. And I'm trying to tell the teacher when he comes in, and he basically ignores me and leaves me in there. So I didn't get anywhere with that. And then I see they fucking in there. They fucking sucking in there. So they getting ahead of me, and I'm seeing they get special treatment that I wasn't getting. So by the time I get to public access, I'm mad as a motherfucker. So I'm ready to let all the shit out.
Let them know.
So that's why you got what you got when I got to public. I didn't give a fuck because nobody gave a fuck about me.
Well, but even throughout all that fury, that anger, you still dispelled. It was took as almost like a comedic, but there was a lot of truth and a lot of knowledge in, like, you know what I mean, from the sexual control, like which was you just saying it was a fucking mainstay of any kind of industry, whether it's religious, technical, any kind of shit. The sexual
across
control.
The fucking board, it seems like.
So like but like, you know, you would say it to where people would chop it up and, like, you know what I mean, it'd be like a little small piece that would be a joke, but in that little joke, that was the same way Richard Pryor, you would laugh, but you would have to think about what was being said too. So that was the same way you had it, even though it was coming from a anger.
You know, me and Richard Pryor just alike. We're both savages,
and you both don't give a fuck.
We're both savages. So he went through a lot of hard shit, and it's just like me. I went through a lot of hard shit, and I'll try to find the comic relief because it's so fucked up. In order for you to survive, sometimes you have to find the comic relief. And I didn't want to be boring. I didn't want to be dry. And I knew because of my look, people, and because of the way I carry myself, they were expecting someone conservative and like a prim and proper teacher. So I did the total opposite. I created the contrast. That teacher look with the high collar and the long jacket and reserved and slick their hair back in a ponytail and
flip the fuck out of it on
fire out of that mouth.
Love it.
Then you had your mom riding co-pilot. There was a excellent foil to, like, you know what I mean, you came very brash, you came very unapologetic, and then mom was sort of softer and sort of, you know, is the flip side of the coin. So it added a different a balance to, like, you know what I mean, it's not just
you didn't know what was going to be said because that's my show. So I deliberately did not tell her. So I created that. I wrote, directed, and produced that show. And I didn't want her to know. I didn't want, no one knew but me. So I told her just because I wanted the comic relief and the shock value and have the contrast of one playing on the other.
Definitely.
So she really didn't know.
She didn't know it was coming.
But that approach you took shows that you already knew what the fuck you was doing anyway, because you had that real element that's, you know, it's not a scripted, not like, okay, I want you to be this person. She's just getting it, just like the people watching. She's getting it, you know, straight from what is happening. There's no warning, no kind of scripted of where this show's headed. And
well, you know, I also want to say the same thing. It was very, very political there. Nobody helped me there. That's why if you look at other public access shows that were there, they were nicer. They had a staff, a paid staff. They had all the nice edits. But I got the most hits. I had the most popular show. I had gotten there and only been there 5 months. And I busted it out. And everybody was talking about this Alexyss lady all over Atlanta. And then it was going into other states and it was going online. When people had been there for 5 years with a bigger budget and a bigger staff than me and had 3-4 producers and directors and writers, they couldn't even do that and had been there for years and had been to school. I had no degrees. I created this out of nothing, wrote everything, and couldn't get anybody to at least hold my camera. We all had to do interns, and people were telling me the main director, my teacher was saying, Alexyss, don't do a show. Do interning for 2 years. Then do a show like 2008 or 9. Don't do this 2006 when I was taking like 5, 6, I was taking the class. and he kept telling me don't do it. And then we had to circulate to get a show, to get considered for a show. We had to sit on everybody else's show. So I was glad to help other people on their shows because I wanted help. I wanted to network. Nobody would intern on my show. So when you look at my show and you see the camera sitting in one spot, you don't see the variety, you don't see edits, you don't see rolling credits. Because nobody would help me. But I still couldn't listen.
They felt threatened.
Like we said, we have a saying, it's cold out there. It's cold outside, man.
It's cold outside.
It's cold outside.
It was very cliquey, and it was political. So everybody was either fucking again, I'm sorry.
No, let it go. Let it go.
No, I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Either they're friends with someone, they're paying someone, they already know them, there's another agenda, or either they're fucking to get on the show or sucking dick. Busting nuts somewhere, either in the fucking studio, out in the goddamn parking lot in the back seat, around the dumpster. That's the kind of stuff that I saw going on, and that was something, because I knew. People didn't know who I was. They thought I was Alexyss K.Tylor. I always knew that I was Jackie Wilson's daughter.
Yes.
But I never told that at the beginning because I did not want to use anybody. I didn't want to use my father. I didn't want to use those contacts. That's just not what I'm about. Yeah, I came up the hard way.
Yeah. And
I just always felt, because I had seen other people do that, and I've seen some of my father's other children do that.
Yeah.
And I said I wanted to earn the right, even though I'm biologically his child. To me, that's not good enough because my father did not use anybody.
Yeah.
He worked hard. He became a legend and an icon. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He's still getting honors. There's getting ready to be a show about him for his birthday, June 8th and June 9th in Atlanta. And there are many Jackie Wilson impersonators, and he's still getting recognition and awards. He should get a lot much. He deserves a whole lot more. And so I was going to do the same thing. Before I said that was my father, I wanted to earn my own place and deserve. I didn't want anybody to give me anything. And when I think about that now, I'm kind of wondering, you know what, maybe that wasn't so smart. Because I see other people getting things on other people's names, or even children getting, my father's children, getting things on his name and have gotten things all their lives on my father's name. I deliberately covered who I was, and I wanted to be seen as just like a nobody. And I wanted to learn and work my way. I wanted to know what it was like to write, direct, produce with nobody giving me anything. And the ways that I saw women, and let me say this, some of those women that I saw doing some of those things that I'm telling you about, that I saw, not I heard, I saw.
Yeah.
A lot of those women ain't got nothing. They're not around. They're not doing the show. Like we were saying earlier before we came on, I'm just coming back because I was sick for so long. But people still know me. They remember me. They want me back, even with a raggedy-ass, low-budget, public access set. But now you know why I had that set. Because I wasn't willing to compromise. I wasn't willing to wait 2-3 years like my teacher said I should. And when I saw nobody wanted to see me do that show, it was just something about me. It was like, okay, we were all in orientation. Everybody has to introduce themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're scared, too bad. When you're in that class, the initial class, who are you? Why are you here? What's your goal? What's your future goal? Why do you want to take the public access class? We literally had to stand in front of strangers and say that. And there was so many people in there when I was there. We were standing on the wall. People were sitting on the floor. They were introducing themselves. And when I started to talk about who I was and what I was and what I was about, you had black, white, Asian. They in there falling over laughing at my ass. And I'm being dead ass serious. And I'm just saying what I want to do. And people were just, oh my God, you're amazing. When are you going to do your show? We're going to be right there to help you. But they ass wasn't there when it was time to do that show. So I knew it was something about me that would go past
all the bullshit,
all those different lines, because there was so many people of different races. I mean, we just chilling in the room, and it's people on the floor, it's people in the corner, it's people against the wall, because it was not enough chairs for everybody crammed in that room. So I knew I don't know what it was, but I knew there was something about me that transcended those fake, fucked up ass racial and cultural lines. Yeah. So when they told me no, and people blocked me or tried to make me compromise myself, I wouldn't tell who I was, and I wanted to earn what I did. I wanted to know. There were times when I had maybe $5 or $10 in my pocket, and I said, well, am I going to buy a mini DV tape to go for my camera so I can tape this show, or am I going to buy a hamburger? And then I got $3, $4 to put in the tank. I did that before I suck a dick to get everything paid for. And the women I do that, a lot of them, they not around. Yeah. Ain't nobody checking for them. That's true. To me, it was more about integrity.
They say you got to go through it to get to it. And then, like, you know, you
because I see a lot of people that didn't do what I did, and some of them do have everything they want. So it's just, maybe I was too strict. Maybe I had too much heart. Maybe I had too much integrity. Maybe if I had just might have been more flexible because I had.
There might have been some kind of.
The director that got rid of me, that's why you didn't see me. She got rid of me, and she's like, if she would just go along,
But then you wouldn't be true to yourself. Then you wouldn't be true to yourself and what you were doing.
Yeah, but just like you saw all the fuckery that was going on in the background, and then, like, you know what I mean, from the church is nothing but for visual. It's for the image. So, like, you see all the fuckery that's going on in the background, and then when it comes time for the service, everything is all about the Lord, and it's all holier than thou. Mm-hmm. So from the same shit when you see it in the public access, all the shit. So the things you see now, where you see people, it seems like they're reaping the fruits of their labor and everything. You don't know what the fuck is going on behind there. There's always some bullshit to get to that, especially when the people have the fucking rug pulled from under them and they can't stand on their own too. Yeah. So, like, it might be a harder road to travel, but you can always rely on yourself. And I know that's easier said than done, but the integrity for sure is something that you can always hold on to, because the people that are doing the shit to shoot to the, you know, skyrocket to the top or get whatever the fuck, the instant gratitude, they have a serious hard time looking in the mirror, knowing what the fuck they had to give up or let go of in order to get that show.
Yeah. Let me jump in real quick. For the people calling in, you guys can call in at 424-777-2423. That is 424-777-2423. We are going to take calls. We'll do it towards the end, right? You know what I mean? Are you okay with that, AlexyssKTylor?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So
you can also say fuck them if you want to.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, we've been getting some crazy people, but
call them out on their fuckery. Just let them know.
Yeah. So let me go.
No, you go.
Let me. So you said you started. I've been following you for a while. You know what I mean? I'm watching your videos. There was a time where, like, you know, people were posting your videos over and over, but what? I kind of stepped out, you know, earlier, but so how was it when somebody told you are going viral? Your videos?
I knew, because at the time I had gotten kicked out of public access, and I found out, one of the producers told me they told the lady that was over public access, who really didn't like me. They told her that they wanted her to get rid of me. So I was wondering why I was picketing alone. So I told her, since you might fuck everybody else, and they just walk away, but Alexyss is not. So since you won't let me come in the studio every day, you will see me every day you come out and get in your car. I'm going to catch your ass at breakfast. I'm going to catch your ass at lunch. I'm going to catch your ass during rush hour. So I got a really big sign, and I hooked the strings on it, and I just wrote, like on the front and the back, that public access is racist. And I would walk up and down the sidewalk because I already had called the police. So I already knew that I had the legal right in front of her window and her door and her car. The city sidewalk was right there. So I said, oh boy, I'm going to fuck with your ass real good. Because, see, I know you can't call police on me. Because this part belongs to you, but this part belongs to the city that's right there, a few inches from where your car's parked. So I would walk up and down. Yep, she coming in the morning. Good morning, bitch. Good morning. I'll catch your ass at lunch. And so when this was going on, I think like a congressman had come by, like political people said, what are you doing out here? And I told them what she did. So she got to peep out and she got to see people started to be concerned about me. So while people were concerned and telling me, hey, well, you know, we're having a city council meeting. This isn't the first time she's done this to somebody. But wow. People are afraid of her. And I said, well, I'm not. Can I come speak? And that's when people start saying, hey, do you know that you're on YouTube? And I said, what is that? Well, that's a new site. Because it was 2007, the beginning of 2007. I think like going into 2007 is when YouTube started coming out, getting popular. I said, what is, because I wasn't an internet savvy person. So then they started telling me, look, this, and they were laughing. They said, oh my God. And some man, that's how it jumped off, because he said, you all think that's wonderful. Well, I got some more of these shows. He wouldn't say who it was. He acted like he was getting these gems out of nowhere, and he was controlling, releasing pieces of my show, but he wouldn't say who the lady
any credit.
And they were like, oh my God, you're amazing. You're the man. You're going to give us some more of this? And I was like, you motherfucker. Do you know I'm the one who's in the video? Do you know I own the federal copyrights to this stuff? And then I said, I'm going to file a complaint. And then the people attacked me. How dare you threaten to attack him and do this to him? You should share this with the world, and this is amazing. So I'm like, y'all like this shit? They're like, hell yeah.
Like, we love this shit.
Love it.
Shit.
I left him alone, and everybody started just spreading it. So then I started putting a couple of pieces up, and that's when I realized, So people in Atlanta saying I'm trash, and this is filth, and this is not work, and this is creative, and I talk too much, and my mouth is the gutter, but the whole world is saying, hell yeah, give us some more. That's when I saw, when she put me out and I'm picketing, that at the same time I'm literally blowing up all over the world and all over the United States.
Let's we got a caller here. Let's just take it. Activate LA Radio Show. Who do we have on the hotline?
Fuck them.
I'm calling all that time and
all this time for
Yeah, Ray. Just like
okay. No, I think it. Activate LA Radio Show caller.
Good evening, everybody.
How you doing, my brother?
Hey.
How you doing? My name is Clarence, and I'm an avid fan and listener of Alexyss K.Tylor.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, well, you were in the chat right now, right?
Yes, I am. I was
man.
in the chat, and I just want to thank her because I'm gonna tell you something interesting. I work with at-risk youth, and right now we have a population of small percentage of our population, but it's growing, that are LGBT youth and at risk. And I had a situation a few years back where the youth could go on sign-outs and they could go into the community. And then one day, this man comes knocking at the door, and he's like, I need to speak to so-and-so. So I'm like, so-and-so who? What? Who are you? You know what I'm saying? I need so-and-so stole something from me. So I said, you know, so-and-so's a minor. Maybe I need to call the police so we can work this out. And he hauled ass from the place.
Wow.
The fuck?
Now, the thing is I was able to use that message to young gay boys to get to the youth, to empower him to make sure that he makes right, safe choices. And I told him, I said, man, If you gay, that's what you want to be gay. But go find you a little boy that y'all can be gay together and do stuff that teenagers do, and leave that adult world alone. You know, so I want to thank you for helping me out to just empower the youth. Really.
Aww. I'm what that's like.
So your message is getting out through all the bullshit and fuckery. You're still able to push your message through all that still.
Right. And that's what's important, is because the thing is that not everybody is going to be able to have that. Before I got there, I couldn't really know how to approach that situation. But now I got some ammunition to help me out. So when that situation might come up again, I can give them something so they can protect themselves. You know, because the nature of some of these men is they don't care. They don't give a damn. And it's whoever they hurt or whoever they destroy, it's just, you know, it's just business to them. It's nothing. They don't care about the lives they ruin, you know. And I always think about it because when I'm working with these children, I'm like, yeah, these children got a lot of issues, but there's somebody, it was somebody's baby at one time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And still, to some mothers, still they baby. So it's like, you know, I just want to I just want to help you, you know what I'm saying, and just get your message out, just to uphold the innocence of the youth first, man. Just enjoy being a child. You know, I got a 14-year-old son, and my wife, I'm a widower, and my wife had a friend, and her friend daughter was just about a few months older than my son, and she's having her first baby. You know,
Wow.
Damn.
trying to like know how to use a condom. And it's not so much that it's like almost like Boy Scouts. Learning how to use a condom is just like learning how to use a pocket knife.
That's true.
You get me?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm kind of embarrassed about it right now, but I tell them all the time, I said, boy, listen, you need to learn how to do this properly just in case, because I said, I know you get hard, and I know you like girls. So it's like, you have to, you know what I'm saying, you might have to make decisions in your life, but I want you to be protected if you make, you know what I'm saying, whatever decision you decide to make. You know, so what do you think are some approaches I can do to, you know what I'm saying, break the ice with him with that?
When you're talking to him about sex or using the condoms?
Yeah, using the condoms, because I've talked to him about sex, but the condom thing, he's like, well, I'm not worried. I'm never going to have sex and blah, blah, blah. Like, he gives me this spiel just to avoid learning how to use it properly.
I really think the banana always works with the condom, but I really think you need to have the same way you're talking to us and having an open conversation about life and sex and his penis. Even if you want to take him to the HIV clinics, take him to a doctor that will have an open conversation, let him watch the documentaries, as well as let him talk to someone that is living with sexually transmitted diseases because of not using a condom or saying, I'm not going to have sex. It's absolutely normal and beautiful and natural to have sex in the right context with the right person. Both love each other. And I think he has some type of reservation. I don't know what it is, but I think the more natural and the more comfortable you are with him, show him the pros and cons of using and not using. Right. That may get him to open up, because for him to say that is as if he's putting up some type of boundary because he might not know how you're going to respond to something that he's kind of holding back. It sounds like it's some part of him. Be natural with him, because I had to be natural and open with my son, just like a homie. Talk to him like you know the boundaries. Of course, you don't let him disrespect you when you feel like he's going over the boundaries, but we also have to let them know that we will always be their best friend. Yes. And no matter who they close, nobody can never be as close as us, and they can tell us anything. I had to fight really hard to let my son know that he could tell me anything.
That's very supportive. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for those kind words and that wisdom. I'm gonna, apply it to my best of my ability.
Thank you for the call.
And thank you for letting me call in and build.
And two, I let my son see the stuff that I was telling you that you should let him see. I let him see the pros and cons. I let him meet people from all walks of life and all sexual orientations. and I let him see people living with diseases as a result of not using the condoms, and let him know about. Yeah, I just can't, I didn't know what else to do because everything was held back from me. So I just of course, with my protection, I didn't leave him with anyone alone, but I talked about every type of sex with him and condoms because I didn't want him to find out and sneak behind my back.
Right. Okay. Yeah, same thing here. I appreciate the information.
Yeah, that was our friend Clarence. Clarence, thank you so much for, you know what I mean, for tuning in and giving us a call. Like, I know, you were hitting us up, and at the same time, I was trying to screen the calls, but then I was like, you know what area code, are you? And anyway, but
I'm in the 909.
Yeah, there we go. You got Leon, like Craig over here. But any questions you have, we have the chat room open, so just drop a comment, and let us know. Let the people know what's up, you know what I mean? And I'm glad you are also, a fan of AlexyssKTylor. There's a lot of more questions, and we're gonna get into it right now. But once again, thank you so much, man. Let's give it up for our friend, man.
Clarence on the hotline.
Hotline now.
Yeah, see, you got
Alexyss. We was scared to take. People don't know how to act and shit. So we try to get somebody in here. They won't make fart noises. Clarence got his shit together. I'm happy we took that call.
That was a very good question.
Yeah,
I know.
So I do have a question, Alexyss. Getting back into the after putting aside all the bullshit and the fuckery, what was the actual message as far as spiritual sex as you're getting to it? Your actual original message. I want to get into it as far as what the essence you were trying to put out, and we understand the other ladies were offended, but what was the message you were just trying to put that put them off so much that drove them crazy?
No, I teach it. I teach vagina power. I teach penis power. I teach about spiritual sexuality. I teach about the metaphysics of sex. Sex is not first physical to me. Sex is spiritual to me, because to become a physical being, you are first a spiritual being. So everything on the higher levels of evolution, you are first dealing with the quantum mind. You're dealing with the quantum matrix. I teach about the chakras and the auric fields of the body. Because if you have no electromagnetism moving through the heart, if there's no electricity moving through the heart, you are not having a heartbeat. If you do not have an energetic grid moving around and through your body and through your tissues and your organs, you're going to have a dis-ease. It will not function properly because of the lack of the flow of energy and the chi, and having the yin and the yang balanced properly. So life is first rhythm. Life is first energy. It is not religious. This is spiritual. Everything is a vibration. And every vibration has a frequency and a sound, and everybody emits a vibration.
I connect with you 100% with everything you're saying. Yeah, a big thing we our group feels is the law of attraction. And like I said, we vibrate, you vibe with the same people, you connect with those people, and every object, everything is a vibrating energy. Everything is, so the spirit is the first, exactly. And I believe spiritually connecting with another soul is a magical and beautiful thing. And I believe that's what you're getting at. But in addressing that, you realize the hypocrisy of the institutional religion, and it brought out the hypocrisy of everything you're seeing. Because isn't it just, to be a priest, you can't have sex, but then, so what do they divert to?
Well, we know they fucking.
Right?
They fucking.
Right? They're fucking.
Let me jump in and ask AlexyssKTylor, because you covered this on some of your videos, or like a couple of videos, that you said what was happening behind the church. So, like Chris was saying, like, what do they do? But they are actually fucking, right?
Yeah, they enter into a deviance.
Who are they fucking?
Wait.
Little boys and little girls. They fucking children, and they fucking each other. And they're having group sex as well. I mean, they do the same thing. They're human. and they have feelings, but they're taught through the fake ideas of religion. Many of these people take on jobs as spiritual people and priests, and they don't even have the depth and the karma of even having walked that walk in a previous life. So there's no way they can reincarnate at that level in this life to go without sex, to go without temptation. See, many of these are deviant motherfuckers. That's why they get in that field of being a counselor, being a preacher, being a teacher, being a priest,
so they could
because
pray.
they already
You
deviated.
can pray somebody.
Yeah, they can find easy prey. Yeah.
Or they've been raped, or it's men that like little boys, that like little girls. It's women that like men and actually like young boys and even babies. So I saw in the church, and I'm not the only one. I think there are some people too that are coming forward, not just the molestation, but also the heavy occult activity and the cult activity. As far as the different demonic rituals and black magic rituals in church was cult activity. You cannot talk to your mother or your parents if they don't like me as the leader of the church. I'm not a minister of God. Bitch, I am God. You gonna call me God, and if your family don't like it, you're gonna cut off everyone and you're gonna give me your check. This is the kind of things I saw.
Yeah.
Wow.
You think it's just in movies and this is something you just hear about in the book? No, this is real life, and I grew up around this.
Very true.
Okay. So, piggybacking on Chris's piggyback. Then, when you're teaching, when you're teaching, the sex in terms of spirituality not being physical, how does, when you're, having an interpersonal someone, like, how do you make it more of a spiritual thing than a physical thing? Because, as you say, you're trying to, improve the sort of frequency or vibrations of another person. How do you, go through it with that mentality as opposed to a purely physical one?
You study tantric sex. But first, what I teach, everything is a vibration, but if you got a fucked up childhood like I did, you don't want to move through the world with that vibration, because then you're going to treat people to fuck you over some more. Because you fucking yourself, because you don't really know who you are, and you've been told you are nothing, and you deserve to be abused. And we already live in a very sadistic, narcissistic society that will tell you, like I was saying earlier, oh, you want this, oh, you think you deserve that, where you're going to let me humiliate, degrade, and disrespect you to get this or to get that. So if you're already fractured and you're already wounded and you're walking in that vibration, you don't need to be trying to please nobody sexually. But you can't even please yourself, because you don't even feel like you're worth wealth, love, happiness, and unconditional love and fulfillment from another person, because you're not even living it. You're not even giving it to yourself. So I do not encourage, I don't care how good you are sexually, sure, you should learn to please yourself first and to please your lover. But if that's the objective and you're already fucked up and sick based on being so devalued and abused and abandoned and humiliated as a child, you have all of that pain and all those wounds, and you're leaking in the aura. You're leaking in all of the cells, and the reflective membrane of all of the cells is now reflecting those fractures out into the universe and the superconscious mind, and then now it's going to trickle down and connect into the collective conscious, and it's going to attract more of whoever did that to you, whether it's the mother, the father, or the foster parents, whoever that was. They're going to now continue to reanimate and reincarnate themselves, and you're going to continue to experience the same karma, not because you're supposed to, but because you're literally replaying the movie, and then it's bouncing off the reflective membrane of the collective conscious.
How do you stop?
If you don't know that, and you don't take the time to fix yourself and first analyze what the issue is, it doesn't matter how good you are at pleasing another person. And if you have mastered the art of tantric sex or tantra, which is life force, prana, energy, You might have great sexual relationships, but everything else is going to be fucked up because you're not realizing you're the generator of it, and you're attracting more handicapped, fucked up people, just like the one who initiated the fractures in your mind from all the childhood trauma. You literally have to kill that being.
Yeah. Right now that you
and then something else.
Right now that you're talking about the tantric and everything, and knowing and loving, themselves, knowing themselves. We played that video that a lot of people seen, and there's a part where you talk about sex or dick has woman, men, has begging for that dick, begging for that pussy. You're talking about these men and this woman that they know how to use their sex to please a man,
control,
and also they can control, right? Like Chris said, manipulate.
Yeah, and I don't see anything wrong with it. You got somebody that wants you to do that. I'm just saying, if you want something deeper, you have to see what damage is within you that needs to be healed and corrected, so that that's not all you get. Some people, that's all they can do is give you some dick. Give you some good dick, suck your dick, eat your pussy, give you some good pussy. That's all that they can't handle nothing else. They can function, and they put their all in all into some fucking, because their mind is fucked up. They know they're narcissistic. They know they bipolar. They know they're a sadistic motherfucker that'll beat your ass, lie to you, cheat on you, use
Clarence
you, steal
Brown,
your
3
shit.
Mind Control,
But they
MK
good
Ultra.
at that dick and that pussy game. That's all they motherfucking good for. So if you can handle that, and you know that's where you at, or you figure out the person that you're attracted to, that's where they at, that's what they own, let them be what they own. Yeah. Because if you're trying to take that shit somewhere else because you're attracted to them, and the sex is so deep and you're so attracted to them, you think this has got to be the one. That doesn't mean that's your soulmate. That just may be your soulmate on that level, or you might have encountered them in this life to teach you a lesson, to see what you need to see. Every soulmate is not good. Every soulmate is not the one you're going to walk down the aisle with, and it's going to be a death do you part. Those are the most powerful teachers because they get your attention. But you got to know where you're at, and you got to know where that person is. Because I would not, knowing what I know and have grown to where I've grown, I would never let someone come into my life because I can tell that they are a really good lover, and that's all you have to give. Unless that's some shit I'm on. I'm just gonna do some straight fucking. I want some good fucking. If that's all, I gotta be clear about where the fuck I'm at and what I'm on. That's why people get hurt and they want something the motherfucker can't give. Because they showed you what they can give, some good pussy or some good dick. Now you want to extend the time on the shit and make it something else that this motherfucker can't give you.
Yeah, I see it's more a lot of self-awareness, self-control, and self-love, and finding out where you are at as a person first, so we don't end up self-sabotaging our own relationships.
That's the main key, because sometimes you like having sex with someone, the sex is good. Now you're trying to make the person see that you need to be with me, and it's drama in the relationship, or they pull away, and now you feel like you sabotaged this could have been something else. Now it is what the fuck it was when it began, and now you're trying to turn this in another direction, and you're trying to change the dial in this motherfucker head, and the motherfucker started off on dial number 2, the channel gonna stay on motherfucking 2 when it's over. Because you're trying to make this shit something that it's not. And you think you're sabotaging it, but that's all the shit was going to be from the beginning. On motherfucking channel 2. The nigga can't go to channel 5. Motherfucking bitch can't go to motherfucking channel 6. It is what the fuck it is.
A lot of people lie to themselves trying to, like they say, turn a hoe into a housewife.
Thank you. They lie to themselves. That dick lie to them. That pussy lie to them. That good head lie to them.
That's a hard truth.
Yeah, that's hard. But it's kind of hard though.
Wait, when they swallow, that's love.
No, but Alexyss, it's kind of hard though, because we all been on that situation where, like you said, the pussy's good. You know what I mean?
About, right? That doesn't sound like my last relationship at all.
No. and you can have something good with this person, that takes care of you cooks for you, and this and that. And why do these people, why humans fuck up? You know, I mean, they go crazy on the pussy. They go crazy because it's a good dick. You know?
I don't think it's fucked up. I don't think they fuck up because everyone has their path. Everyone has their destiny and their lessons. It's just like a lot of times a man will have a woman that will do anything he says. And everything is regular. He gets home, the house is clean.
True.
Meals are cooked. Children are fed. But you like that hoe over there on the lunch break because it's exciting.
Yeah.
Good, that is good. Or she like to strip in the club. She doing everything you were told that you are not supposed to want in a woman. She do it all, and it gets your dick hard just thinking about seeing her.
True.
You don't want what is conventional and what is normal because it's boring, but there's something that is a deeper sexually arousing about the one outside that does everything she's not supposed to do. She's more exciting. But if that is what you need to see, that is a part of your evolution, that man needs to experience that. Because if he doesn't, and if he doesn't see the lesson to, you know what, I'm going to leave what I got at home because I know that this isn't exciting to me and I'm not satisfied. And I'm going to be with going the wild side because I love this type of woman. But you know what most men do? They don't choose. They have both of them. They keep the good girl. They keep Mary, and they keep the whore.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep the Madonna because they caught in that Madonna whore complex. So they're not going to choose. They're gonna hurt the one at home that really deserves so much better, and then they're gonna play with the whore on the side because they really are afraid of the whore, but yet they trust the Madonna. Because she's safe and they know she's not going anywhere. But this one on the wild side, they don't feel as in love with. See, that's how men are. They're conflicted. A lot of people are conflicted that way. I love this and this is exciting and different. But because she's so exciting and she's so wild and she makes my dick hard, I don't trust her at the same time.
Wow.
That's real game right there, though. That's
real talk. Damn.
And there's something I wanted to ask, you know, because like to a lot of people, they will think, you know what I mean, what Alexyss, K-Tylor, spits and talks about is comedy, but it's real shit.
It's
real. It's real shit.
It's
people, like they should. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why a lot of people get divorced, right? I mean, they don't understand themselves. They let and allow the pussy and the dick because it's good dick, it's good pussy. They destroy their marriage. And they don't understand.
But that's the reason you got married. You fucked up in the first place.
Yeah. But that's the reason why a lot of people seem to get married.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, with marriage right now, do you like? Because right now people are getting married now more late, more older. What do you think? Is it good? Is it bad compared to before?
And it's not just marriage, just sexual activity. And
you know what the sad thing is?
Starting families.
A lot of people that I run into are cheating. Even if they're older, they're cheating. They get married for different reasons, for money, for loneliness. A lot of men will play the first part of their lives when they're good looking, when they're healthy, they're traveling, they're making money. Women are chasing them. And I actually have some girlfriends that I've seen do this, although the women that I know have chronologically gotten older, they still look very young. And a lot of the older men still see them as young and sexy because they're younger than them. Mm-hmm. So there's still a good-looking woman on the arm, but now that these men have fucked and sucked everybody, and now they have and drank and done drugs, whatever, now they done got old and got sick. So they want these good-looking women that are, although they're maybe in their 40s, or 50s, these women still looking like they in their fucking 20s and 30s. And so these men are saying, well, I will marry you because I know you're a good girl and I know you're going to take care of me. So a lot of them prostate out, motherfucking dick in the dirt. They can't fuck. But they got some money, they got a house, they got security, they got a pension or whatever. So these men are not marrying when they get older to the whore that they really want to be with. They're marrying the Madonna that they know as a woman that has a lot of honor and integrity, and she's going to make sure that he has his medicine, that he goes to the doctor, that he's safe in his old age, although not sexually healthy and strong and not as handsome, but they know that woman's going to stay there because she gets provided for. Unfortunately, it's either that or it could be debt. A lot of this is not about love.
Yeah, it's arrangements.
That's what I'm seeing with these people that are getting married older, because they have so much sickness in them, not physical. A lot of them have mental, emotional sickness in them and paranoia because of shit they've done. So when they get married older, a lot of these men are more sick and more fucked up in the head. And they have a lot of drama with them, and they still cheat. That is what I'm seeing in Atlanta. And when I'm talking to people that are telling me their stories online, this is in other cities as well. And there's a lot of older people now that are becoming more open in the group sex and experimenting, and they have disease. And they are drugging more. This is a really, really dangerous time. A very disappointing time that we've been. Hell, I've been even in Walmart. Motherfuckers trying to give out dick in now.
What? How was that?
The Walmart greeter?
They be back there in the ice cream aisle and shit, and where the fucking drinks and the bottle of water trying to ish out dick. All back there with the Fruit Loop and shit at where 2K and Sam at, disrespecting them back there. All what Tony Tiger trying to get their dicks up.
See, a lot of people think, even us. I mean, we're laughing, but this is some real shit. This is some real shit that you encounter. You know what I mean?
You can't make this shit up.
Yeah, no. We got crazy.
I was hurt. My feelings was really hurt. I could not believe that this is going on. And these are older men that I'm telling you about. These are not young boys. Sure, we know but we expect that. You know, when they teens, they young 20s, dig hard, adrenaline rushing, hormones raging. We know they want to fuck. It's like these older men taking this Viagra on that motherfucking Molly, out here trying to get their dick sucked, like getting quickies from people that they don't know.
Yeah.
I'm actually seeing this in the fucking store.
Whoa.
But they're doing this not like there might just be some motherfucking desperate people out there, but most of these people is doing this shit because it's happened before. It's been a success rate.
Right, they're not desperate from what I'm seeing. This is exciting. You know, like I ain't trying to fall in love. I'm trying to do some unfamiliar, exciting shit. And you don't know what they own.
About that.
Right.
And the motherfucker I seen doing the shit, you know, my mind like this. So I'm seeing you right here, but the pharmacy, you close by the pharmacy. So is you getting a prescription filled while you're here trying to get your dick sucked? And I don't know what the prescription is. Yeah. You could be getting that motherfucking HIV. I don't fucking know what you want. All I know is, and I should talk to the man to interview him, and that's why I know what I'm talking about.
Investigative journalism.
He said that I only fuck married women. I don't want to fuck. He says, you married? I said, no. He said, I don't really want to fuck you. I said, well, that's fine, because I'm not interested in your bald-headed ass neither. So I'm not married. I'm not interested. I said, well, can I talk to you? Because I do a show, and I told him who I was. I said, let's just talk like grown people, answer my question.
Yeah.
He said, I've been married. I have a grown daughter, and now that I'm older, I'm not interested in the dating and the courting, all that bullshit. I just want to do some fucking. He said, I know, you can see I keep myself up. And he was an older man, but he was very muscular, and he looked young. He was very healthy. He had muscles all over his body, and he was shaved all over and had like his body oil. Okay, that's another thing that's kind of like creeps me out. You know, why I know what you're looking for. If I see somebody got on some fucking a fucking man, a man with some fucking shorts on, some fucking booty shorts on, with no drawers or some fucking bikini drawers on, with your legs are shaved, your chest is shaved, your fucking arms are shaved, and your head's shaved, and all on your motherfucking body like a bitch. I already know what you doing. And you in the fucking public store. I know you ain't up to no you a dirty motherfucker. You ain't up to no, you's a deviant, perverted motherfucker. That's how it comes off to me. And then he started talking. So he said, I want to fuck. I want some good fucking. I want some good.
Oh, he told you straight out?
He said, that's what I'm looking for. And I preferably wanted married because I don't have the drama. I don't have to take you out. I don't have to spend no money. I don't have to take you to dinner. I sneak around. I'm going to fuck you good. Give you some good dick. And I don't want nothing else because I done been through the shit already when I was younger and I just want to be free and fuck. That's just basically what he said.
It's strange times we living in. Shit's changing all the time.
And he was doing this in a Walmart?
He was looking for women to pick up, but he wanted to make sure they were married first. And after, he didn't want to talk to me anymore. He didn't want to do the interview once he saw that I was not interested.
Should have told him he got divorced.
He was divorced. To do.
Sports for all sorts, weird motherfuckers.
So are young people, because it seems like they have like the same thing, man. Young people,
same thing.
Less except that there's also like the flip side. Besides, like them having like the relationships are sort of more shallow. But it seems like young people are having, like statistically, young people are having like less sex and are waiting longer. So we mentioned this before, the whole bunch of reasons, mental health issues.
I don't know where, because the HIV rate is very high, especially in Atlanta. STDs are very high, and a lot of them are online and mean people fucking on the street as well. So I don't know what state you in, but it's not low here.
And you were actually, like, we were watching some footage earlier, and you did mention one of the videos that there's a lot of elder white folks that specifically go to Atlanta to get these, there's a lot of prostitution over there, or?
Yeah, that's everywhere. But Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson, it's an international city. They out there fucking. The airport employees be fucking, and people fuck all in the bathroom and get their dick sucked at the Hartsfield Jackson airport. It was a big news scandal about it when I was doing the show. A lot of people like to get it in the airport bathroom. Ooh. And in the park, Piedmont Park. And a lot of the parks in different cities, just like George Michael was caught out there in the park. Yeah. See, it's a rush for them. They like that exciting sex. It make their dick hard. They go get some pussy at random in the grocery store or go get it out in the park.
It's a community. It's already like it's a unspoken agreement that everybody already knows how this shit goes. So it's not like, it's a train and you either get on while the shit's moving or you got to fucking learn on the job, because the shit's there's no like talking or no explaining to the shit. Motherfuckers be in there just already understanding how this shit goes. So this is a long running current of activity from fucking airport bathrooms, public bathrooms, wherever the fuck.
And that's other, like, even government folks, they be like getting like caught up.
Them the worst ones.
Yeah, they are. Right?
I've seen people like UPS men and mailmen. And these councils that deal with retarded and handicapped people, they be fucking people out the wheelchair, getting their dick sucked by a motherfucker in the goddamn wheelchair with one leg missing. What? That's people have different fetishes.
That is.
A man told me this woman was a whore, and the bottom of her legs was missing, like she had some kind of birth defect. She had the prosthetic leg she put on, but she had a nice body. She liked to go to the gas station, pick different niggas up and get home, and they said she could suck and had good pussy, that they look over the fact that the leg was prosthetic.
That shit will give them a boner, like, just look at this little leg.
Tripod.
Right? A lot
of people like handicapped pussy.
Yo, AlexyssKTylor, can we use that on the show? Handicapped pussy.
Yeah, man. You was talking about different life cycles.
Look at Alexyss' face, though. Like, handicapped pussy.
I know some handicapped people that like to do a lot of fucking.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I can vouch. I am aware of some.
Have you fucked somebody? Have you ever had some handicapped pussy?
No, I haven't, but I know of a couple. I know of a couple.
Yo, Alexyss, and this is the guy we call Dirty Chris. You know, he had some handicapped pussy before.
No, I have.
Dirty Chris.
I mean,
Come on.
I went out with a man in a wheelchair. He took me out to dinner. That's when I found out. He told me he wanted to do some fucking.
Oh, how was that?
And I said, how are you going to do that? And so I stayed for the dinner, and I was educated. They got a whole setup. They have a nurse that come in. They set up all the sex products. They set up the room.
What the fuck?
Yes, because a lot of them, if they have, like, they might not be completely paralyzed, or their penis can still
like the
work.
hospice nurse is gonna set that up for you before.
They have a special nurse that'll come in and set it up and have the lube, the
and
blankets,
the rusty duck and everything.
They set up everything for them, and I was totally shocked. But I told them I've never dated anyone handicapped, and I wasn't comfortable. I wanted to be educated, and my mind was blown that there's a whole service. There are nurses to provide the service for them.
So did you go through though? Like, I mean, I got the chat room cracking over here. So
no, I would tell you if I did. Right. I didn't go through. I think we lost touch because it seemed to me that those men, in some ways, they're like regular men. Like he just went around picking different women for this experience, and then he said, "Well, I'll pay you," and that turned me off. I said, "No, I don't want to do that." It just seemed like he wanted to be with women. He was a very good-looking guy, and he was an athlete. So the top of his body was still, he would take care of himself. So I could tell it hurt me because I knew that it was devastating to him to have that happen to him, and he still wanted to be seen as sexy and virile and, you know, exciting. And he was willing to accommodate women. He didn't want anyone handicapped like him. He wanted someone that was regular, and he was willing to pay just to have that feeling of being like he was. And I didn't want to participate unless I had really gotten to know him. I didn't want that kind of, you know, like a prostitution kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hey, you still learn some things.
Yeah, you know, Alexyss, you seem like you are very intimidating, but right now you're talking about this like you're really kind, you know, very kind, you know. And
that's been my problem. I've been too kind, and I had to stop that because I really like the stories and I like the education and to share with people. And I realized that's not always good because you have a lot of people that will pretend to come off on you or be victimized or something just to get close to you, and then you see they're really twisted. They're really sick.
Yeah. Well, then to fend those fuck faces off, because we've given the people a lot of, for sure, what they want and what you're known for. But there's been a lot of things happening since the world has gotten aware and abreast of Miss AlexyssKTylor, including the fact that you're Jackie Wilson's Mr. Excitements.
Yeah. Jackie
Wilson's daughter.
I know now I got the Alexyss Wilson Mrs. Excitement side, and I'm getting ready to do another show for him. And I'm probably going to share some of it on Facebook Live. I'm going to do it this summer. So I kind of didn't want to tell everybody. I wanted to surprise them.
Oh, that's right here, exclusive on the Activate LA radio show.
But like while you just said Facebook, could you give like people like the info for if they wanted to follow you, add you up on Facebook?
Sure. I got several pages. Some of the fans put the pages up there. So AlexyssKTylor, they'll see me and my dad up on the profile and the cover. And I got the Alexyss Wilson Mrs. Excitement Facebook. But I think I might be going out on you all. My battery's kind of dying.
Yeah, right. No worries.
While we got you, say all social media everywhere people can keep up on you real quick.
It's AlexyssKTylor on YouTube. I gotta set the Alexyss Wilson, but they can see the Alexyss Wilson tribute to my father and on the AlexyssKTylor YouTube page and the AlexyssKTylor Facebook page, and I have the Alexyss Wilson Facebook, and I have Vagina Power Twitter right now.
All right. Yeah. Well, let's. But before that battery dies out, we want to say we greatly appreciate you.
No, I hate it. I really want to talk about the music and my father.
we gotta have you back again soon. You know, we gotta see what's up. Maybe at the end of this summer. You know, but we got this thing with you know we got going on. It's called Drop With Us. If you can give us a drop, you know. Give an example.
You're listening to Activate LA with Alexyss K.
Tylor, yeah.
Or however you want to do it, but just let them know that you're on the Activate LA radio show.
All right. I'll do
I like that. You're listening to Activate LA with Alexyss K.
That is perfect. Thank you.
And if I mess it up, tell me what how are you?
Yeah.
Tell me, I'll say it again. What do you want me to say?
Well, yep. I would just freestyle with it. Just you're listening to Activate LA radio show with AlexyssKTylor. So
you're listening to Activate LA radio show with AlexyssKTylor.
I love you, Fred.
That works.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. I know it's like a big time difference over there. Like so, thank you so much for giving us a chance to interview you. You know, I can't say I don't have words. But thank you so much.
I want to come out there again. I love LA.
Come back again.
I love to come back out there and do another show.
Come back.
LA loves you.
LA is missing some Alexyss, man. You
Yeah.
gotta spread the knowledge to these youngsters and let them know. You gotta.
Yeah. I do have a request though. Can you do the begging for some dick, begging for some pussy? Please. I'm sorry, but can you please begging for some dick?
Wait a minute, when did I say that?
You got so many quotables you don't even know because you're just being yourself, but people are drawn to this shit.
Yeah, that's what Dick would do. Dick would have you slap somebody.
You do that show for 30 minutes, an hour, and I tell you, people will cut that up into 15 to 25 different quotes.
There you have.
Well, you need to get paid for it. But can we get that begging for some dick, begging for some pussy?
But I'm saying, when did I say somebody was begging for some dick?
This is the beauty of it. Like I was telling Tremaine, I'm gonna be in between posting the videos, but I'll send you the video. But that's like my best. That's my best. Yeah, because you're letting the guys know, you're letting the girls know that good sex.
And that's what I love. You're not just one-sided.
Yeah.
You're not just going one-sided. You're doing both.
Both.
And that's what I love.
But she gets hated a lot by women. By women, because
Yeah.
she's telling the truth,
Which
man.
is the first thing she said. She was like, the women at the church, they even want her speaking, which that shocked me.
That is what I was thinking. I was like, wow, you didn't even get support from the women. And everyone's so quick to see this is the feminine, you know what I mean, the coming together.
Shit, hey, it's like a midnight
We
dinner
won't-
at 1
yeah, we
o'clock
won't-
over there.
we won't keep her there.
We go on
No,
for hours.
I'm a
and
night
hours.
owl. I just hate the batteries going out.
Yeah.
Thank
we
you
got to
so
do
much.
this again.
This is for sure. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
That was
Yeah.
Alexyss K. Tylor.
Tylor.
Alexyss Wilson, Miss Excitement on the Activate LA Hotline.
Yeah, let's go around, and we're about to take off right now to Sammy Sam's going to be playing
Body Shop featuring XL Middleton, Hot Hobo, and Sammy Sam.
Yeah, so let's go around and just give a quick. I mean, it was so dope. Yeah,
This was an awesome
Ray has
interview.
this huge smile on his
yeah. So let's go around and just give our 2 cents about the whole show, man. I mean, did you have fun, Trey?
Oh, it was excellent. She as always, delivers, and there wasn't no fucking character she has to get into. She's herself.
natural, yeah.
Happy Gary. We greatly appreciated his call. Clarence, god damn.
That's
I appreciated Jeremiah's call. That was excellent.
Yeah.
But Clarence.
And to everybody tuning in right now, like, you know, sharing, there was a lot of people that were sharing, you know what I mean,
Much
dropping
appreciated.
comments, all the new members, you know, from the Activate LA radio show. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. Let's go to Chris, man. So what is your whole...
I like what she was getting with her message. I just hate that everyone the more drama was about, like, her message was muted by the drama of her just getting her message out. When I think people need to hear her message. You know what I mean?
They should, man. There's a lot of marriages that could be saved, man. Just relationships in general, or
Saved by not starting to begin with.
The marriage can't be saved
Or-
because she's the motherfuckers that she's talking about. Those are the people that she's talking about. So that's the motherfuckers that don't want to hear it.
yeah. But I feel if they
I'm
if they were
curious.
to listen-
I am gonna have to find and get some handicapped pussy now.
Hey man,
I
me
don't
too,
know if that was
man.
the point of that
I'm gonna wear
conversation.
the love machine mask. Leo, let's go to Leo. Yes, you.
I don't give a fuck. I'm getting some handicap
So,
pussy.
what is your whole input on the whole episode? I mean,
No,
you
that
know,
was great. Like
Yeah.
all the questions I had, like got answered in some form, like some fashion or some way. Like it definitely, a lot of the points, like when I was looking at, like questions asked, like a lot of like sex being not about, it's about status.
Spiritual.
Well, yeah, it's not. It's about status as opposed to sexual, or it's about entitlement rather than just physical. And I like that. I like that she was like, it needs to be spiritual, not physical. And she was very adamant, like, hey, some people aren't going to be in that level. You can't put them on that level necessarily.
She was
it's
deep,
like,
man.
and you gotta check yourself out first and figure out what level you're on.
That was clean.
And
That was
super adamant. She was like, hey, it's you.
It's you.
Before we even get into that, she like spent a long time was like saying, if you're effed up, you're this, and then she was like, you gotta like fix yourself, or else you're gonna keep on attracting that.
And like you said, it's not self-sabotage. It is what it is. It was fucked up. So
A lion's always going to be a lion, but you try to turn that motherfucker into a house cat.
Yeah.
That's on you.
I would love to have a
Donald
second.
Glover's onto something.
Yeah, wait, so
Yeah.
it's just little,
Yeah.
I think I need to take a trip to Atlanta
Has
and get with all that fucking.
Show, Atlanta? Does any of
Atlanta?
this happen in that show? Yeah, are people fucking the back of Walmarts?
They're fucking the car.
And like,
They fuck.
Getting
that,
dick in
that
the,
wasn't happening, but I mean, he was covering a lot of shit, and I think he was trying to be more general because he had an episode it's called FUBU about the fucking bootleg FUBU jersey. That shit hit home.
Oh, really?
That shit, I didn't have a bootleg FUBU jersey, but just that whole mindset, that mentality, like motherfuckers is way more focused on what the fuck is going on with you than what's in the fucking textbook or any kind of shit like that. So it covered more of that, but I don't think he was trying to unearth. He's trying to bring Atlanta together along with all the other states instead of like, like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of shit going on out here. Look at this. They fucking in Walmart. That's for Alexyss. That's for her to bring that to the public eye. Not necessarily Donald Glover with the Illuminati on the back of his jacket, the all-seeing eye and the fucking the Met Gala.
The Met.
That shit was fucking crazy, man.
Or
fucking,
the
Illuminati's fucking Rihanna's the Pope. The fuck T'Challa? What the fuck was going on?
Okay, but
No, they had the Met Gala, but
but you guys wasn't here for that.
No, but you got but then you gotta look at what was the whole theme of it. What was
here
it?
we go.
Chris wasn't here for it. Yeah, we talked about it. In other news, Tekashi 6ix9ine and Lil Tay FaceTime each other, guys.
Oh, yeah.
The world is evolving in front of our eyes.
Oh, but here's a better thing. What about Snoop Dogg checking? What's her name?
Oh, I can't wait to do an episode on that. We might. I will get some good footage and everything.
You get some good footage on that
You
one.
guys, I'm sorry. I be on the internet and I be tripping.
But you know
sometimes.
what? But you know what? Like the apology is not complete because.
What the hell are you guys talking about?
Lil Tay, everybody know Lil Tay flexing on you bitch ass motherfuckers. We out here in the hills moving bricks.
Yeah, it's about this little. We're not. let me make sure because I'm gonna have to do a lot of edits. We're gonna end up the show right now. We'll chop it up. But I do want to give once again, man, a big thank you to AlexyssKTylor.
Alexyss
giving us the
K.
time.
Alexyss Wilson, Miss Excitement.
Miss Excitement for giving us a chance. It's 3 hours ahead, I think, or 2.
Whichever is for sure. At least
she was
early times there.
She was hella kind, really nice, man. I hit her up and she's like, yeah, let's make it happen. So thank you so much. For the people, just follow her on her Facebook. Follow her, man. She's doing now a lot of Facebook Lives. That's how I got the chance to contact her. So contact her, you know what I mean, for shows or interviews.
Anything. That's
Anything,
AlexyssKTylor. ALEXYSSKTylor
Buy her book.
or Alexyss Wilson.
Miss Excitement. And I'm gonna buy the book because I need to learn from it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff, interesting stuff that she says, but I can only imagine how much good information there is in the book. We are gonna take off, but I want to ask you guys a quick favor. Go to youtube.com/activatela.com. Do me a favor, man. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button if you have.
Like them likes.
Hit them likes. If you are tuning in right now on Facebook, hit them hearts, hit them likes, because the more you guys do that, the more it's going to give. Facebook is going to give us a chance to have our show shared with other people, because you know how Facebook is. But thank you guys for coming to the show, man. Let's keep growing, man. We're doing good. We're gonna be at Broadway Bar on Wednesday, May the 30th, our 4th year anniversary. So
Broadway
4
Bar.
years.
Activate LA presents Rhythm and Hunts 4-year anniversary.
That's a nice establishment.
Oh man, it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be great.
We'll let you know about it more on the next show. That's going to be May the 30th of 2018. Activate LA presents Rhythm and Hunts 4-year anniversary at the Broadway Bar, downtown LA.
Now, quick big shout out to everybody tuning in. Carrie, Clarence once again, Johnny.
Thank you for calling, Clarence.
Yeah, man. Abby, our friend Abby. Everybody, man. Drop a comment. If there is somebody out there that you would like for us to interview and have on the show, let us know. Let's make it happen. Man, yeah. You might bring them back from the death, but
El
descuento.
descuento.
But if you have somebody that maybe you want us to interview, you know what I mean? Let me know. Let us know. Drop a comment. Let me know who.
One of these days, guys, we're going to get big enough to where we're going to be able to interview Lil Tay.
Oh, we are. I mean, pretty soon we are going to be interviewing Fingers. Fingers going to be here on the show.
Fingadelic.
So it's going to be excellent.
Funk producer.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
It's going to be
Fingadelic music.
Fingadelic. It's going to be perfect performance. We'll see you on the next one. Activate LA Radio Show. Subscribe. A rato. You want me to take it?
Use all of this.
Special shout out to all the sugar daddies on that Molly in the Walmart cereal aisles.
All right. We'll catch you guys in the next
Can
one.
I go to Atlanta and get some handicapped pussy?
All right. Peace.
Popping in Atlanta.
I'm for sure
Yo.
not making handicap pussy
Oh, it's
thing.
4 channels.
Because somebody's going to roll up like, this is just a joke.
Oh, no, I already, oh, yeah.
Because,
Dude, that was in there.